Greetings, family. Welcome back to my channel. This is sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne review. Now, out in these Country Wayne streets, last we saw Amber and Anthony had a discussion on what happened when he went to Shayla's house. With the whole situation with Kai. Amber asked him if he knew that Kai was with her, and all he could say was, yeah, wasn't being totally honest on how belligerent and crazy Shayla really got. So now I guess some time has transpired, and Anthony seems to tell probably what really happened, which is a good move. And I was hoping he would do that because if you're going to start on the right footing, don't start with playing games. Do not start with lying, and let Amber know what she really has to get into. Don't let her go, blindly walking into something thinking Shayla is cool with her and Kai if they ever ran into each other one day. And he's not. So let's see what's going on with that. And I'm sorry about yesterday, Wi-Fi and work issues. I posted on my community page a notice so you guys can know what's going on. It was just, I was just hectic with work, projects yesterday. And then when I did try to cover some skits, Wi-Fi wasn't just acting right. And by the time I got off work, it was just, I had just had too many things to do. So it was just not good. Yesterday for posting. So I'm going to try to play catch up with a couple from yesterday and some new ones that happened today. Okay, so let's get into this one when Anthony tells Amber what Shayla said about Kai coming over there for real.
Oh, baby. You smell.
My fault.
Did you just go running? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just had to clear my head.
Did you? Anthony, what's wrong?
Huh?
What is wrong?
Nothing.
Anthony, I know you.
All right. You remember last night when you asked me about uh, Kai and Shayla, and I just kind of blew it off.
Yeah.
That wasn't all the way true. I wasn't all the way forthcoming with that. What I forgot to tell you is earlier that day, Shayla and I got into a big argument. She told me that she didn't want you around Kai, and for me not to.
See, once Amber started praying with uh, Anthony and praying over him, now that self-accusing spirit inside of you when you're not doing right or you're not forthcoming starts to talk to you. So I'm glad his conscience now is playing in a better place to be honest and forthright with his wife when things happen, because he knew it was bothering him that he wasn't fully honest. And to be perfectly honest, he needed to, because you see your wife once, she gave him a beautiful talking to and told him how, you know, Kai is their son. She's going to be in his life, and he's backing her up, and he needs that support because he doesn't know how to fight Shayla. He really does not know how to fight her. And he realizes now, because that's eating him up on how to properly handle her in this situation with Kai, because it's all new to all of them. Um, he's gonna need her. He's gonna need her to help him navigate this new world he's in. So I'm glad he was honest.
Bring him over here, have anything to do with you.
Are you surprised?
And I told her that you accepted Kai, but
Anthony, it doesn't matter what she says. This is life now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the life that you two chose, and she's gonna have to live with it.
I know she said all my wrong that I've done. Now Kai's paying the price.
So, how did that make you feel?
This makes me feel like I'm low. Like he didn't deserve this.
Anthony, I'm sorry you're feeling that way, but if I can be honest, this makes me feel really insecure. I mean, I am a woman that is healing. I'm not healed yet. So to keep hearing this and going back and forth, it's like opening a wound that's not fully healed. You gotta start the process all over again. And now you're making room for infection and everything else, Anthony. And you allowing her to control your emotions is controlling my emotions. Do you understand that?
I do.
You
That's the part. I'm so happy Amber said that because letting Shayla play in your face the way she does, abuse you the way she does, that's going too far. And the fantasy that Shayla has placed in her mind about with her and Anthony and Kai, that fantasy now is being ignited and is changing. And she didn't find a world with a child without Anthony, without having him in her life. But when you inject yourself in someone else's marriage and looking to destroy that, thinking that you want to build on a strong foundation with a man, it's not happening. It's not happening. Shayla seriously has some mental issues. And I think that's going to be addressed as the storyline goes on because the way she acting is totally irrational. It's crazy, but it's about a woman who has had made a man her world and let him control everything. And now that that's not the case, she doesn't even know how to take control of her own life. That so it's going from Anthony controlling it now to her mother controlling it, and it's not a good on a good path that her mother is setting her on. So how to navigate this situation with Angelina and Shayla, especially in dealing with Kai, he needs good righteous guidance. And I'm glad that Amber has put herself in that Bible so that way that's what he can get because he like I said before, he needs to know how to navigate this situation. And you can't have her playing in her face. Now, if it's legal action has to take place, then legal action will have to take place. But I'm glad he has Amber and her Detroit strength to not be played with. I want that side to also come out, Amber, because yeah, he needs to get tough. Anthony has no nuts, none whatsoever. He got the balls to handle much of nothing. So he better
have to
get
get a
some.
hold of this. You can't let her play with you like that.
Thank you.
You can't allow her to make this
That's what.
shape you
Mm-hmm.
like this. Oh, you're gonna just be on a hamster wheel, going nowhere.
I know. I know.
Stop being a punk then.
And this is why I didn't want to alert you, but
But
since
you
we're
need it,
moving forward in our
right?
relationship, I had to be honest.
Yeah, but you need help.
And you're right. I need to get a hold of this because Kai's a part of both of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I All right.
Now, how would he do that?
Yeah, I'm I'm sorry you
Put your
are
foot down next time you at Shayla house.
having to deal with this.
But the good thing is, I'm not doing it alone. I got my beautiful wife on my side, and you are beautiful. Matter of fact,
What are you doing?
All right with the picture.
ain't no way I'm gonna let these
Get
niggas.
it, Amber. Strike a pose.
Stop.
Nope, nope. Come on, pose.
Strike a
Show me
pose,
that
girl.
smile.
You always fly,
Show me
sis.
that smile.
Strike a pose. Yes.
All right, will
And
you
post it
stop
on
it?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Do a selfie, me and my beautiful wife. Click, click, click. That would drive that nut crazy.
You
I don't know
wanna
what she would do. But hey, she was posting on
talk
Instagram in
a little
Jamaica.
for a while?
Post that.
Okay.
Sure. You go for one.
Yes. Post that. You and your beautiful wife going on a nice stroll. She would lose her mind. Shayla's going to try to play games. I don't know what Angelina is going to tell her next, but she's going to try things to irk Anthony and try to gain more control of the situation using Kai. He's always a pawn in her scheme. And Angelina's going to glide her through that because, oh, you're the queen and you have the prince and all that nonsense. So this is why, please, I don't know when they're going to do it. Has to come a time where that man addresses that baby's birth certificate with his name on it when she start making crazy threats and what have you, and do another test. Once you confirm 100% without a doubt, okay, because you have to start thinking about the kind of woman Angelina is and the desperation for her and Shayla that don't put it past them, they wouldn't have did nothing to falter those tests. Once you know for sure, then you go to court and establish some things because Shayla doesn't have a foot to stand on. She can't even take care of that baby. She has no job. She has no means to take care of him. She's not married to you. Your name is not on the birth certificate, nor the place she's staying in. She's not even paying you. You paying for that. So put her out. Have her go stay with her mother. Let the courts decide what to give in child support and take care of your child if it's yours and move on. Establish visitation, and that's that. And she has nothing else to hold over your head. You're putting too much power in Shayla's hands, unwarranted and undeserving. It's just your child you got to deal with, and she's using that child to as a glue to where she can still have a hold on you, Anthony, and you have to grow a pair and stop it. And I'm glad Amber's on your side to make sure you check that. Redeem yourself, brother. Stay prayed up and get ready for war because it's going down. All right, family. Put in the comments if any of you have dealt with any situation, even near something like this. I've mentioned to you before. I don't know relating to what skit, but my ex-husband um, had a 5-year-old when we got married, and he took care of her. There was no issue, but then the mother started acting a little crazy as time went on. Um, and even though whenever she wanted anything for party, gifts, whatever, he was there to help. She decided she wanted to take him to court. Well, he was listed as the father on the birth certificate, but the courts made him before they implemented that child support because the child had already been about 5 years old. Um, wanted to make sure he was the father. So they did their own paternity test because nothing was ever established. They just went by what she said that he was the father. And when they took the test, it came back that he was not the father, 99.9% not the father. That broke his heart. It was sad. That was the only father that she knew. She was still trying to lie to him, telling him that that wasn't the case. And I got on the phone and I was like, woman to woman, let's be honest. You know who you laid up with. You may tell Hassan that drama that no, that was a faulty test or what have you, but do you know who the father is? Tell the truth right now. And she told me the truth. She said, yeah, but my husband was good, and I guess he was a better option than the last one. So she rode with it for as long as she could, knowing she was with somebody else. And there was a period of time they was like on the outs, and he went up to Boston for a little bit and came back, but she claimed it was his for 5 years. So, yeah, Don't let 5 years pass, Anthony, before you find out the truth. Um, because it's just unfortunate on the part on the child, and mothers do sometimes, unfortunately, some grimy things like that to dads out there, and those who are trying. So yeah. But Anthony, clear yourself, because they will always use that baby as a pawn to go after you and Amber. So until next time, family, on this saga, I know something else about to pop up with them too. On to the next.